Hi Ambika, how are you?
I'm good, sir. Thanks for asking. How about you, sir?
I'm good too, thank you. So can you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah. As you know, my name is Ambika. I'm from Belgavi, which is located in North Karnataka side. I have completed my Bachelor of Engineering in Electronic and Communication from Don Bosco Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Overall, I have 2 years of experience in QA, in manual as well as automation. So, in my previous company, where I involved in automating the e-commerce website, where we have followed we followed Java and Selenium and TestNG framework. So
Mhm.
here we followed form design pattern for maintaining the separate page class for separate web pages. And also, like, we created a base test where we have stored all the common utilities, like opening the browser, closing the browser, and for storing the screenshot also we created a separate folder. And for reading the multiple data, like we implemented Apache Py. And for build management tool, we have used Gradle. And for for maintaining the code changes and all, we have used GitLab. Yeah, that's all about me, sir. Thank you.
Okay, great. So what is interface? What is interface
Interface.
in Java? Yeah.
Yeah. So, for as you know, like we Java doesn't support multiple inheritance and 100% abstraction. So, in order to achieve that, we go for the interface. Here, like we can't create the um what we say objects, and interface methods doesn't have the body. So here, like in order to access the implement those properties, we have to implement in subclasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So
So what is the
in
difference?
interface
Yeah,
we
please.
can only have final and static variables.
In interface, you can have only final and static variables. Okay. Can we create an objects for the interface?
No, sir, we cannot create.
Okay. Okay, fine. Now, what is the difference between interface and abstract class?
In abstract class, we can have the static, non-static, and final and non-final variables. But for interface, we can only have static and final variables.
Mhm.
Uh, in order to in order to access the properties from one class to another class, will use extend keyword. For interface, we'll use implement keyword.
Mhm.
So for in abstract class, we only achieve the 100% abstraction. But in interface, we can achieve multiple inheritance and abstraction, or like 100% abstraction.
Mhm. Correct. What is
Yeah.
null pointer exception in Java?
Null pointer exception in Java.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know what that's. Yeah.
No worries. It's totally fine. So null pointer exception, it's a runtime exception. So whenever you have
Yeah,
an
I read about that, but I have
mm,
to brush up my concepts.
no worries. So null pointer exception will be thrown when a program attempts to use object
Mm.
reference that has the null value. Okay.
Okay.
So that's when you get the null pointer exception. Okay. What are exceptions in Java? What are the
Yeah,
different types
as
of?
you told,
Yeah.
now one is null pointer exception,
Mm-hmm.
and class not found exception, array out of bound exception, arithmetic exception. There are a lot more, any more, but as I only know these few.
Okay. So let me share my screen. So I'll tell you different types of exceptions
Okay.
that you will get in Java. Is my screen visible to you?
No, sir, not it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are two types of major exceptions. One is user-defined exception and one is built-in exception. Within
You
built-in,
asked me like what are the different types of exception, like
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
oh yeah,
yeah, the same. So built-in exception again has checked exceptions and unchecked exceptions.
yeah.
Hmm. Within checked exception, you will get class not found exception that you were telling, no? So that's the correct answer. Then interrupted exception, you will get then IO exception, SQL exception, file not found exception. So these are checked exceptions.
Yeah.
When you say unchecked exception, so you'll get arithmetic exception, you'll
Yeah.
get a class cast exception, null pointer exception, okay, array index out of bound exception. These kind of exceptions you'll get in unchecked, right? Okay, what is array index out of bound exception? Any idea about that?
When the array, the element in array is not there, but we are trying to access the element, I guess.
Mhm.
I'm not sure yet, but
Okay, no worries, no worries. So let this be an open question for the people who are watching this video. So you can give the answer in the comment section of the video. What is array index out of bounds exception? Okay, great. So now let us move to the next question. Okay, what is the difference between final, finally, and finalize?
so like final is like when we don't want to override that element or that particular method, that time we use the final keyword.
Mm-hmm.
So it will not change the that particular variables value, or it will not change the data of that. But finally block is used in exception handling. So, whether the catch block execute or not, but in the end, finally block will get executed. Finalize that I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what is the difference between stack and heap memory?
S- In stack memory, all the static elements will be stored. In heap memory, that's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry, in the stack memory?
All the static members will be stored.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, okay, so let me show you for this. Okay, now is my screen visible?
Not yet, sir. Yeah, it's AC visible.
Okay, okay. See,
Yeah.
what is stack memory? So it's a static memory allocation. What is heap memory? It is a dynamic memory allocation.
Yeah.
Okay. So within stack memory, the variables stored in stacks are only visible to the owner thread. Okay.
Uh,
But the heap contains the actual object. Okay. So here I'm telling you with respect to generic manner. Okay. Whether it is .NET language or whether it is Java. Okay. More or less, it is a similar kind of the differences that you will get here. Okay, so stack is always reserved in a LIFO. What is LIFO? It is last in, first out. Okay, and stack is actually having very fast access with respect to heap. It is relatively slower, right?
okay.
Okay, great. What is polymorphism?
And so polymorphism, like poly means like many, form means like having many forms. So
Mm-hmm.
one object showing different behavior of its different stage at different stages of its life cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So we call that polymorphism. For example, like if we take water as an example, if we keep it in freeze, it will act as ice. So if we like try to make a tea, so it will act as a tea. So
Mm-hmm.
we have a no, couple time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism.
Okay. So what is the difference between two, compile time and runtime polymorphism?
Uh, uh, Runtime polymorphism, like runtime polymorphism is late binding, and
Mm-hmm.
compile time polymorphism is like early binding.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So can you explain this compile time and runtime polymorphism?
Yeah, like runtime polymorphism means like method declaration is getting binded to its definition at like runtime
Mhm.
based on the like
So it is method overloading or method overriding?
method overriding.
Okay. And what is the runtime?
Runtime is a method declaration is getting binded to its definition at compile time
Mm-hmm.
based on the argument passed.
Okay. So what about the argument list that you have in the methods with respect to method overloading and with respect to method overriding?
With respect to method overloading, so there will be what differentiate different like variation between yeah, in argument list.
In method overloading.
Yeah. With respect to overriding, so here like we'll create a method in subclass as in the no, like the name should be like same as in superclass, but the implementation will be different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See. So whenever you get this question in a real-time interview, so you have to answer in this manner. There are a
Uh,
particular list of differences. See, in an interview, it is very important. So one thing is, you know the answer. That is a good thing. But how you need to present that answer, which are the words that you need to speak in an interview, are very important. So for every answer, what you should do is there should be a proper structure for that particular answer. So first
uh,
we'll start with the definition or the concept. Then you take one example. Then you go for some real-time example.
okay.
Okay. And then you can tell where you would be implementing it with respect to Selenium or where you would have used it. So that's the proper pattern of giving the answer. So if you are arranging, if you're speaking your answers in this particular format, the
Mhm.
interviewer would be impressed and they would be looking forward to hear you more. And then they'll hire
Yeah.
you. Hmm? So what is the difference between these two things, method overloading and method overriding? To method overloading, it's a compile time polymorphism. Method overriding is a runtime polymorphism. Method overloading, so readability of the program, so this is fine, you can ignore this, but yes, it occurs within the class. It is performed in two classes with inheritance relationships. Okay, so when you say inheritance, they'll come to know, yes, she's aware about OOPS concepts as well. Okay, then method overloading, methods must have same name and different signatures. See, signature, very important word that you have to speak. What is method overriding? So method must have the same name and the same signature. Okay, return type must be the same. Here return type can or cannot be the same. Okay, static binding, dynamic binding, private and final methods can be overloaded. Again here the same, private and final methods cannot be overridden. Argument list should be different. Argument list should be the same. Okay, so I think with respect to argument, you gave that correct point. So that was good. Method overloading versus method overriding. Okay. Now, what is the difference between list and set?
list and set.
Collections.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Both are like almost same, but there is one diff I I I guess synchronization.
Mm-hmm. What
So
is synchronization? Yeah.
the thread safe concept, right?
What is thread safe?
Security, their data security
Mm-hmm. Data security means.
means like
Mm-hmm. See,
whenever the same uh, mm, we are trying to access the same data
mm-hmm.
by
Okay, no
yeah.
worries. Yeah. So, wait. See, I was explaining you the words that you will choose to speak in an interview. From that words, again, you can get the cross questions. So the
Okay.
moment you told thread safe, then you were telling about security. But see, list and set. Very, very simple. Take 3 to 4 differences. List is an indexed sequence. Set is a non-index. So in list, you can iterate via index. You can use for loop. You can get the element via the index itself. But with respect to set, it is not possible. Okay. Then list will allow you duplicate elements. Set will not allow you duplicate elements. Okay. Then you can store null values in list. You cannot, null element can be stored, but only once, right?
Okay.
Then what are the implementations? So within list, you have array list, linked list. Within set, you have hash set, links, linked hash set. Okay. So that's how it goes. Now, this is the difference between list and set. Easy?
Yeah, this is
Yeah. Okay. Now, what is the hierarchy of Java collection?
hierarchy of Java collection.
Mm-hmm.
So in the we have three interfaces:
Mm-hmm.
list, set, map. So which will be implemented by array list, linked list, hash map, priority queue,
And to
vector.
which, yeah, so you have these interfaces, but these interfaces are extending which interface?
These collection.
Collection, correct. Okay. Then, so you mean collection is being uh, extended by these three interfaces, list, set, and queue. Then
Yeah.
what next?
No. Like first we have like collection. Under collection we have like three phases.
Hmm.
One is set map. So
Hmm.
under that we have classes like array list, hash map, hash set, and queue. So under that we have like multiple. Again, I know they was extended by sub classes.
Hmm. Hmm. See, the hierarchy for collection. So you have a collection. Within that, you have list, set, queue. Okay. So these are the interfaces.
Okay.
Now, list is again implemented by array list, vector, stack, linked list. Set is implemented by sorted set. Sorry, set is extended by sorted set, and tree set is implementing the sorted set. So when you say this pink color, these are all classes. The yellow color ones, these are all interfaces. When you say dotted line, that is implements. And when you see this line, the with thickness like this, it is an extends. Okay, so these are all your interfaces, classes. So these are all the things you have to mention as a part of your Java collections hierarchy.
Okay.
Collection, sorry, collection. Okay, what is the difference between collection and collections?
Collection and collections.
Hmm.
Uh, collection. is like for example, uh, for example, like class represent like class is representing the all the like methods and all, right? For,
Collection
yeah, like that is collection.
or collections?
I'm pretty much confused between
Hmm.
those two.
Yeah. So, see, you have collection, right, which is an interface,
Yeah,
correct? What is collections? It's a class.
yeah,
Simple, right?
yeah. It's